Today we're talking about morning routine. So pop into the comments, let me know that you are here and that you can hear me finally. No, Regina, it was not on your end. This is one of my tech fails that I do pretty regularly. So don't be shocked if you come on to one of these and I'm going on and you can't hear anything. It's not you, it's me. Okay. So I was talking about the topic today is morning routines and how kind of over the past about 18 months, maybe 2 years, I've been working really hard at not only having a morning routine, but actually doing it. And I'll be honest, I've kind of fallen off of it a little bit lately because I've been so busy with everything going on with my business. But today I'm going to reset and recommit, and I hope to commit along with you guys because when I'm doing it consistently, it is amazing. I don't know. Do I want to say life changing? I might want to say life changing. Let's say it. Okay. Let's just say it. Let's say life changing. Okay. So, what is a morning routine and why is it really important? And why did it affect my life so positively and impactfully? So, I know you guys are super busy. You're probably even busier than I am. So, I know it might be hard to even think about doing things on a routine basis, but I promise you, if we can make some kind of a morning routine, your day starts with a lot more intention and focus. Okay, so if you're the type of person, and I used to be this way, where you're rushing around in kind of a mad dash in the morning and your day starts on that kind of chaotic note, it's really hard to shake that off, right? You get in the car and then you're irritated at other drivers for no reason, but maybe the reason is because you're just amped up because your morning has been so chaotic. Then you get where you need to be and things just kind of, there's a domino effect, right? So a morning routine it's a defined way to start your day. It's like a ritual or a pattern of things that you perform on a consistent basis, and it ensures that you do the most important things for you to set you up for a well-balanced day, an organized day, a successful day, whatever that looks like for you, okay? And I've talked about morning routines with students before, and the thing that I really want to stress about the morning routine ritual is that it doesn't have to be super complicated. It doesn't have to be 2 hours worth of journaling and meditation and yoga and exercise and then making a healthy breakfast and then, blah, blah, blah. That's not what we're talking about. I mean, that would be great if you had 2 hours every day. I know that you don't. It can be just a very simple routine of things. And as long as you're planning them with intention, and they really are the things that set you up for success, it could take you 15 minutes. It could take you 45 minutes. It could take you an hour. It's all up to you. So the other thing that always comes up when I'm talking about morning routines with students is that not every day is the same, right? And thank you, Amanda. Absolutely. And Jessica, kind of the same path. Yep. So not every day is the same, especially for a nursing student. You might have some days where you are in lecture at home on your computer and it doesn't start until 10 a.m. Well, that morning may look a lot different than the mornings where you have to be at clinical at 6:30 a.m. So what I like to ask students to do when they're designing the morning routine is make your ideal routine, right? That's the one that you can do most days of the week. But on the days when you do have to be at clinical at 6:30 in the morning, don't just not do anything, okay? Don't just abandon the routine and have that crazy morning where you're running around. Have a, express version or a quick version or whatever you want to call it, and do that truncated version on those really busy, really early mornings where you really don't have a lot of time. I mean, I guess you could get up at 3 a.m. if you really wanted to do everything. Nobody wants to do that, right? So, how do we go about designing the morning routine? So, think about this today. Like, I want you guys to kind of give it some thought. So think about it today or this weekend and just brainstorm, like brain dump some things that when you do them in the morning, like be thoughtful about it and you feel better throughout the day. What are those things, right? So for me, I'll tell you what works for me, and it doesn't have to be what works for you. But when I do certain things in the morning, my whole day just feels more intentional. It flows better. I feel like I can conquer anything because I'm not starting off chaos or what's the word? Don't want to say distracted, but like without focus, right? So drinking a bunch of water. So you guys, I've talked about, look at this. Doesn't that look gross? This is my swamp water or my pond water. I drink a big glass of water with greens in it. I know that sounds nasty, but it's really good. And a little electrolyte powder, which actually makes it taste a lot better. But it gets in a lot of fluids and it gets in some superfoods, some dried greens, which is the Amazing Grass brand. If you guys are interested, I love it. I've been scooping that stuff in my water for years now. So doing that, having some hydration, you guys have heard me talk about this 100 times, really helps me stay focused and feel good, right? The other thing that makes me feel really good is getting outside and going for a walk when the weather is nice, or doing like my Peloton when I don't want to go outside or I just want to do something more intense. That would be another thing. When I do those things in the morning, I feel amazing. The other thing would be, and I know this sounds kind of boring, but throwing in a load of wash, right? And emptying the dishwasher if it's full. So simple little things, right? But if the kitchen has an empty dishwasher, then I'm not going to pile up dishes in the sink all day as my schedule gets busy, right? I'll be able to put them in the dishwasher. That makes me feel good because mess distracts me. And then, you just have to stay on top of the laundry, you guys, of course. So those are kind of some of the things that really matter to me. Taking supplements, I'll do sometimes. Sitting down with my planner and really planning out the day, I will do that as well. So just kind of brainstorm what things make you feel like you have it dialed in when you do them first thing in the morning. Then you have to think about how long these things take, right? Because this is how you're going to kind of pick and choose what to include in your routine. Because when I first did this exercise, I put down all these things and I had just so many things that would be amazing to do every morning. It was like 2 hours, okay? I don't have 2 hours. I don't want to get to my desk at 10 a.m. I want to get to work much earlier than that. So I had to pull it back. But when you ascribe or assign time to each item, then you can kind of see how long things take and really dial in your routine. And then from there, you have your standard routine, and then you can really see, okay, for my short routine, I'm going to spend 15 minutes or whatever it is, and I can do this, this, and this. So that is kind of how I go about planning a morning routine, okay? So Lisa says, okay, there is Lisa's Peloton leaderboard name, Wine Legs. I love it. Mine is Nurse Mo. Don't judge because I'm really out of shape, but if you ever see me, come give me a high five. And then Teresa has a word about exercise. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, exercise in the morning is just, for so many people, it works so well. Other people, it's better in the middle of the day or at night. Do what works for you, you guys. So that's the general message about morning routines. The next thing to do once you have it kind of planned out, put it in your calendar, put it in your Google Calendar, your planner, whatever you use. Block out that time. You know how we talk about time blocking, not just writing things down, but actually assigning it to a block of time. So maybe it's 6:30 to 7:15 is your morning routine or whatever it is, so that time is claimed, okay? So that is the general gist of morning routines, you guys. So I want you to work on that this weekend and let me know how it's going and what kinds of things are going to be in your routine, okay? And then tomorrow we are talking about study groups and some general guidelines about how to have a study group that's actually effective and efficient for you because, to be honest, I'm not a huge fan, but I do know that they work for some people. And when they work, it's generally because of some pretty, like by following some guidelines, okay? A free for all study group with 20 people is not going to work. But we'll talk about study groups tomorrow at 12 o'clock noon Pacific time. So I'll see you back then. Have a great day. Have a great weekend. Bye, guys.